got ourselves Kragar over for the team too. First up, Glitch wants to give him a bit of a rematch actually. Interesting. Kragar opening up with a bit of a Blaze Storm off the bat. I wonder, it looks like it was the Blaze Storm for like the normal Blaze Storm, not the Avatar Blaze Storm, because Warriors have two right now. Trying to see if he can stun Kragar or Glitch immediately with the Storm Bolt. Glitch trying to see if he can turn around the pressure. Banner down for Kragar, trying to prevent any kind of CC. Disarm to follow after the banner is down, but I think the disarm actually get the buffs of the banner where it just lasts a lot less long. Kragar's just so far just carving health bar of Glitch, just carving it piece by piece, just taking bit by bit, just putting the thing to shreds. Shadow Strike onto Kragar, Gouge to follow, but a Stormbolt is going to hit him. Glitch holding onto his trinket, get a shot onto Kragar. Does the man have a trinket? He does not anymore, so Glitch trying to see if he can bypass his defenses. Is going to be able to make a pretty big hit. Kragar trying to respond with this one with a parry, but a vanish out of the rogue. Kragar is definitely going to be able to catch up on health if Glitch just kind of hangs back for too long. Looks like Glitch left him bleeding with a rupture. Looks like Glitch made sure that the guy does not get any healing whatsoever. Kragar still could probably get a trick out of Glitch. Does go for a Stormbolt, but the shot him up for the rogue does not let him do anything. Secret technique. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Oh, Glitch just does not leave the boy a chance whatsoever. With KT gonna be up next. I think Glitch, dude, I think you got him fired up for the last duel. I feel like now he's gonna go for a quick 1v5. Shadow Priest versus Rogue. I actually think you are in a much better spot than you used to be as a Rogue versus Shadow Priest. Like, one thing Shadow Priest does not have is mobility to catch up to the Rogue. So if you just go for a shiv and go round the bend, line aside, the guy to catch a reset, that's not going to be fantastic. But I think the Priest, with how much CC and damage they got, definitely should be able to compete with the Rogue. It's going to get him dotted up. Cloak of Shadows for Glitch really early on, so his big defensives, his one big out versus the damage of KT, not much you can really do afterwards. Fear as the Priest does get hit with that secret technique, but it's going to go for a bit of damage of his own though. Does have himself a big gun. Mind Games, blind out of the Rogue, but the Mindbender is going to keep Glitch in combat. Trying to see if he can shift that thing and walk away from it. KT could potentially maybe get line aside of Rogue and maybe get him out. Shadow Crusher on the corner would definitely get him caught. Get the shot onto KT. Cheap shot to follow. Does have some of the big secret technique. Looks like he's building up for it. Fear out of the Priest. Does get a side feed to follow. That is going to slow down the Rogue. Stun right after. Mind Games to follow. The Rogue does not have a Cloak of Shadows for this one. Taking all the damage. Is going to be able to vanish out of sight, but still taking a lot of hits from KT with a side feed. Trying to see if he can reattach a flay onto Glitch. Getting a shot onto the Priest afterwards. KT does have a disperse. May want to use it. That's going to be his Aegis, giving him a little bit of survivability. That is going to go for a bunch of healing with a Power Word Life and a Desperate Prayer. He trusted that his health bar would be okay. Did not want to give up a disperse versus the Rogue. So far, mad damage on a Glitch though. Off of the stun onto KT. Does have survivability. Does go for a bit of Desperate Prayer. Stun to Glitch. Potentially could be a trick out of the Rogue, but does actually no. Rogue no longer has a trick and no longer has a cloak. Wait, what did he cloak? What did he trick it? Glitch trying to see if he can vanish out. KT got himself a lot of healing coming back up with a Vampiric Embrace. Shadow Crash onto Glitch. Does he have enough damage here? Potentially no. Glitch just gets fighting through it. I didn't realize the Rogue tricked it and cloaked, but apparently he did. OnlyFan gonna be up next, trying to see if he can get him dotted up. That's gonna be the eyeball catching the Rogue and keeping him out of combat. If OnlyFan can get some dots out of Glitch, he'll be golden. It looks like he does have an agony on him, maybe even a corruption with that eyeball. Looks like he's gonna be able to pressure the Rogue and maybe take him down before Glitch can really do anything about it. But OnlyFan try to see if he can get the Rogue dotted. The Rogue does catch himself another reset, and it's going to be really up to Glitch to see when he comes out. OnlyFan might want to be proactive. The eyes are right next to him. Could send in the Incubus to get the Rogue out and maybe hit him with a Seduce, and then potentially OnlyFan could at least load him up full of dots. Looks like the Rogue is out a little bit early. Succubus CC immediately with a UA. OnlyFan does have full damage if he wants to. It's going to ramp up all those dots. Glitch does not have advantage for a while. Oracle of Shadows, 20 seconds on that one. Could be in a really bad spot actually. It looks like he's actually doing damage to the entire team. Could send in the Succubus as well. Looks like he's actually holding back the Succubus. Doesn't want to put it over there next to Glitch. Instead, I think he just kind of wants to maybe keep the Succubus close so he can go for those Seduces. Does get the Seduce. Cloak of Shadows available for Glitch in case OnlyFan goes in for full damage. Gonna ramp up all his dots yet again. Kidney shot onto the Warlock. Trinkets more to call with a Soul Rod. Does get the full Dark Glare, but it's gonna be immediate. Cloak Shadows out of the Rogue. Trying to go for a second technique onto OnlyFan as he does himself a wall to follow. Diving back into Restealth with a Shadow Strike, with a Shadow Blades to follow as well. Wants to kind of use the Smoke Bomb in order to get himself some line of sight away from Only, but the Dark Glare gonna try to see if he can keep that focus on the Rogue. Succubus CC to follow with the UA getting set up. All dots are back up. OnlyFan just needs a little bit of pressure on the rogue. Let those dots just live there for a while, and maybe he could make something happen. No cloak for a while. Cheap shot by the rogue. Does ramp up those dots. Drain Soul trying to get interrupted. The rogue does not go for a kick just yet. Could go for a kick here. Does lock him out on Shadow. Could be pretty bad for only. Does see himself a drain. If he has a drain around the corner, he might be okay. But looks like he doesn't. Glitch is going to take those dots behind the pillar. Try to see if he can sit down maybe for some kind of food. And it's going to be only. Still taking so much pressure. Mortal sent in with the UA right after the Soul Rod. As he gets hit with a succubus CC, but literally walking away with a succubus CC. Get a shot onto only. Does not let the dots take him. Just so much damage. Looks like only might have had a good setup, but just couldn't really get the dots. Really couldn't let the dots just like get, I don't know, take the rogue down. I guess maybe Glitch just playing like a super self survivability build, like a slice and dice heal, sippy cup heal, everything with big leech potentially. Get a shot to follow. Glitch does get himself a big shadow strike, shadow viscerate maybe onto the pro. Does do quite a bit of damage. Fear onto the rogue. Try to see if he can maybe take him down in a single big open go. Does he have the setup? Assassin's break to follow. Does he have the blade dance? He needs a blade dance to have the rogue down, but he can't do it. The rogue does have an advantage and runs in the opposite direction. Bro had himself a perfect setup with that fear sigil. Assassin's break. You see it in one big blade dance to take down the rogue. That would have probably been it. But Glitch was able to avoid it with a vanish. Got himself a kidney shot. Bro does not have a trinket for this one. Does Glitch take him down here with a cheap shot to follow? Trying to build up for secret technique. Glow Shadows right after. Trying to go for shadow strikes. Shadow steps around him just to avoid the guys and trying to go for a heal. Does end up hitting him with a deadly eviscerate at the very end. And Trava gonna be up next. Trying to go for a bit of a camo opener. Playing that marksmanship hunter? Beast mastery? Looks like BM. No, marksman. He's marksman. I didn't realize. Okay, rapid fire immediately. Kidney shot by the rogue, just going in for mad damage. Secret thing just ripping right through Travi, who is gonna go for a survival of the fittest. 20% damage reduction may not be enough. The fortitude of the bear got himself a bit extra health, but Glitch diving back in the cell, get caught out in the flare. Smoke bomb to give himself a little bit of line of sight. Trying to see if he can avoid Travis best he can. Exposed shot is gonna do some damage to him. Trying to go for a bit of an aim shot, but no more trinket available. The blind is gonna be full. Kidney shot by the rogue. Unless Travis got summoned here, maybe shot him out the last second. Looks like it was a kidney shot by the rogue, but didn't want to commit damage on Travis. Just set him up with a rupture. Just gonna go for a full total reset. I think he's trying to play just extra careful. He got cheat down, he got cloaked, but he got no evasion, he got nothing. So maybe he's just trying to go off of a kidney shot, like, I got kidney, but like no damage to follow. I'm just gonna go for a bit of a reset. Travi throwing out a random trap. Almost hits Glitch, but not quite. Cheap shot to follow. Big secret technique. Just does not let these boys play whatsoever. Absolute slaughter of this rogue of the entire team. My goodness. Let's get ourselves another one going here, boys. You can't just let this rogue go for 1v5 in the call there, yeah? Just can't do it.